Oh, hello there. Hi, I didn't see you there. Welcome back to Villain Review Episode 3. Today we'll be looking at the main antagonist from the game Far Cry 4, and that is Pagan Min. For those who don't know, Far Cry 4 is a game developed in 2014 by Ubisoft Montreal for the Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Let's do it!
I distinctly remember saying, "Stop the bus." Yes, stop the bus. Not shoot the bus.
Born into a small cartel, it wasn't long before Min got a taste for power. Eventually he grew up and he was like, I kind of like this. Cartels are dope. Not really, though. Cartels are awesome, Pagan Min said. That's what he told himself. But as he got control of it, he also got the enemies that came with it. Therefore, to escape his enemies, Min escaped to the small state of Kyrat. Once in Kyrat, Pagan Min took power by betraying the royalist and killing the child who would have been king. Messed up stuff. That's a villain. As Pagan ruled, a group known as the Golden Path rose up to fight back against him, led by a certain Mohan Gale. Mohan would end up having some marital problems, so he sent his wife to spy on Pagan Min. That'll show him, but it backfired because his wife fell in love with Pagan Min, and they had a kid. Mohan got pissed, he killed the kid. That's pretty messed up. Eventually, all this other shite went down, right? Pagan Min's, ex-lover retreated to the United States with a son. Pagan Min killed Mohan and took control of Kyrat. Character is actually where Pagan Min really shines. In Far Cry 4, he isn't really in the game that much, but he absolutely steals the show, largely due to a great performance by the voice actor Troy Baker. We see early on into the game that while Pagan comes across as a charismatic leader, he can really snap at any second. This shows the unpredictability of his character, which is great in any villain. We see later on that Pagan Min is evil only because you perceive him like that. Halfway through the game, you might not see him as the clear villain, or you might think he's really messed up. He gives you food with no tricks and actually seems like he wants to help you, and as a fun little trick, if you do as he says, he does help you. As a little Easter egg, he says, in the very beginning of the game, he says, stay here, don't move, and I'll be right back. And if you wait for him, the game will end in 20 minutes. He'll come back, and you'll accomplish your goal. It's things like that where he does bad things, and yeah, he treats the natives horribly, but you really understand that in his eyes, he's just trying to help. He's not doing anything wrong. He just wants to bring leadership to a state that doesn't really have it. Unfortunately, this is where Pagan Min kind of falls a bit, only because he's not really in the game that much. He only has a few scenes, instead choosing to delegate to lesser villains, his other B-tier villains, you know? It would be so much more impactful if we saw him more, and at some points you even forget about him, which is never a good thing. You never want to forget your villain. Villains who aren't that prevalent can work as long as we see and feel their actions continuously affecting the story. We don't get this with Min. We get lesser villains in his place doing things that we wish he was doing. All this being said, the first 10 minutes is phenomenal. The first 10 minutes is just this big scene with him, and it is easily the best scene in the entire game. It sets him up perfectly as this unhinged man trying his best to display an elegance that he doesn't have. It's honestly the best scene in the game, and it's just a shame there's so few like it. It'd be so much better if we had more scenes like this. I just wanted to see him more.
You don't text for help, you cry for help. So come on, you're gonna cry for help. If you're gonna do something, you're gonna do it right. Here we go. Go on, cry for help. Cry for help.
Help!
Oh, pathetic. No, cry for help.
Help!
You mean it, boy. Help! From your diaphragm! Help! Shh, 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 shh. Now we listen. Nothing. I'm afraid they're not coming for you, buddy.
So, Pagan Min is awesome when he's there. He sadly lacks a presence, which is important with any villain, and I won't hold this against his character as much as I will the writing, but it's definitely hard to ignore. The good thing is that he's acted wonderfully, and he steals the show every time he's on screen. It's just a shame we don't get more of him. And in a video game where stories can be 10, 12, up to 20 to 30 hours, we need to see this villain. We need to feel him. Like I said, even if we don't see him physically, we need to feel his actions, feel his involvement in the world. And we kind of don't really get that. We just hear about him. He's definitely awesome. He just needs a bigger presence. Pagan Min gets a 6.8. I know 6.8 is it's a stupid rating, but I wanted so bad to give him a 7. But like I said, there's just so many few scenes. All the scenes that I'm showing in this video, they're like almost it. This is almost all you get of him, which stinks. And granted, we do hear him more through like radio broadcasts and stuff like that, but I just wanted more.
Sent her to spy on me, but we fell in love. We had a child, and that is when Mohan showed his true colors.
Alright, fine, I can't do it. I changed my mind. Troy Baker's too good. Troy Baker's awesome. Pagan Min gets a 7. Alright, okay, yeah, leave me alone. He's cool, 7. Thank you so much for watching today, and if you liked the video, then do a thing and like it. Click the button. That's fun, right? Yeah, sure. Pagan Min is cool, though. I recommend Far Cry 4. It's a pretty good game. Yeah. So thank you for tuning in. Comment below any villains you would like me to review, anything you want. And yes, thank you for tuning in. See you next Monday.